Hi, I'm 12 News meteorologist TJ Del Santo. We now have a hurricane in the Atlantic Ocean. Erin has winds of 75 miles an hour, moving west at 18 miles an hour. Hurricane Hunter aircraft have been investigating the storm throughout the morning and into the early afternoon. And it is now a hurricane expected to strengthen as it works its way just to the north of the Caribbean islands. They're going to get some rain, they're going to get some wind, but certainly not looking at a direct hit for the Leeward Islands, Puerto Rico, or the Dominican Republic. We are expecting it to continue moving north and west and maybe intensifying into a Category 4 storm over the weekend. And then notice that well-defined turn to the north, passing between North Carolina and Bermuda. That little dot right in there. So I know there's a lot of people on cruises for next week to Bermuda. They may have to alter that itinerary a little bit because it's going to be tough out there in the middle of the Atlantic. The spaghetti plots continue to show that well-defined shift to the northeast during the week next week. So it looks like the United States will be spared the direct hit from Erin, but there will be a number of ocean effects. In fact, you can see we are expecting large ocean waves to impact the U.S. East Coast, and even here in New England could be looking at some fairly large waves next week, maybe 8 to 12 foot waves off the New England coastline. In addition to that, there'll be some dangerous rip currents up and down the eastern seaboard for much of next week. The largest of the waves for us here in southern New England, likely Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday. So that's what we're tracking. Let's talk about the weather for the weekend. It looks good. Sunshine, few clouds around for today. High pressure building in, giving us just gorgeous weather. Tomorrow looking quiet and dry for us here in southeast New England. On Sunday, I think we're going to be dry through the morning, but notice in the afternoon, there's a chance of an isolated shower, maybe a thunderstorm even during the evening hours, but most of the day on Sunday should be dry, but it will be warmer and more humid. Today, 82 degrees, lower humidity than what we had for the past few days. Good news there. Tonight, we're looking at lows down around 62, just a tad muggy, not too bad. And then for tomorrow, well, we are looking at more sunshine, low humidity, overnight afternoon high temperatures around 81 degrees. Looking ahead into Sunday, warmer, more humid, chance of a late day shower, maybe a thunderstorm. I think most of the day on Sunday will be dry, so we're looking at a pretty good weekend. Again, we're tracking Erin, now a hurricane out there in the Atlantic Ocean, expected to pass between North Carolina and Bermuda sometime next week. More of an impact to ocean impacts for us here in southern New England, large waves and dangerous rip currents next week. Stay tuned. Things can obviously change a little bit, but that's the way it looks right now for Erin. We'll have an update to that and the full 7-day forecast later today on 12 News.